Hello guys, my name is Mihael. Welcome back to my poker vlog number 2. Last Monday I played in Selling Poker Club, a tournament for 300 Danish kroners. Let's see how I did. I don't want to waste too much of your time, just jibber-jabbing or talking to myself here. So this is a good one, and a lot of exciting hands. I don't want to do any spoilers, so let's just go into it and have some fun, okay? Enjoy. So here we go. Ace King off is a nice hand. I am under the gun +1, so I decide to open to 300. Blinds are 25-50. Everybody folds. It comes to the small blind. He 3-bets to 1,150. I could easily 4-bet here, but that kind of reveals my hand, so I just decide to flat here. Want to keep him guessing what I have, so we go heads up to the flop. My bad, which is 6, 10, 7, 2 hearts. We hit absolutely nothing. So we take it easy here and just decide to check. We do have some showdown value, so this hand goes check, check on the flop. We go to the turn, which is a nice card. It's the king, and we like the kings, so this time small blind leads into me, bets 1,600. Of course I call. Top pair, top kicker. The river is queen, which doesn't change anything. So small blind checks to me. I bet 3,000 into a pot of 5,550, and he calls, and we chop. He's got the same hand, ace king off, so we chop this one. So this next hand, we get the dealt jack, 10 of spades. I believe I started to record this one kind of late, so the action is on me. The pot is around 1,000. I bet 500. Big blind and button both call, so we go to the flop, which is the nuts for us. We hit a straight, so the hand goes check, check, and the turn is a 6 of spades. So big blind checks. I continue for 2,300. Button behind me snap calls and big blind folds. So we go to the river, which is a 9 of spades. Unless he says a 9, 8 or something like that, we're good. So we feel pretty comfortable here. So on the river, I just bet for value, which is 2,000, I believe. The pot is already 7,100. I bet 2,000. The button calls with his ace queen of hearts, which is no good. We take this one down, and great result. So we're pretty happy here. So we moved next to the next hand here. We get dealt ace jack off. Blinds are 100, 200. We're in cutoff here. So the action before us is under the gun clicks to 400. I decide to call here, so does the big blind. So we decide to see the flop here. And the flop is 5, 10, jack, rainbow with top pair, top kicker. So I believe the pot is 1,300 here. Under the gun checks. I check too to disguise my hand. Big blind makes it 800. Under the gun quickly folds, and I call, of course. So we go to the turn, which is an 8 of diamonds. I decide to check. This particular player is really aggressive. He has the tendency of bluffing. He likes to gamble. So I'm gonna trap him here, so just gonna look weak, like I have a 5 or something. So he bets, this time he bets on the turn, he bets 2,100. A bit on the large side, I don't know what he's trying to tell me here. So it doesn't work, so I call. The river is another 8. this time 8 of clubs, so the pot already grew to 7,100. I check for the third time, and this really looks weak, and he bets. This time he goes big. He bets 5,100, and of course I'm gonna call him down. I want to see what he has. I believe I'm good here, and he's queen 5 off is of course no good. He was full of shit. I didn't believe him from the start, so great result here. We take this huge pot down, and I mean, life is great. Everything is working. We like those days in poker, so great result again. So this next hand, we are dealt 10-7 off, which is a shitty hand, but the action in front of us is under the gun opens for 750, cutoff calls, and of course I call. Pot odds are great, so I just want to see the flop, you know. If I hit good, I'm good. If I don't hit anything, I'm just out of here. So of course I call. We go 3 ways to the flop here, and the flop is exactly what we need. 9-6-8. We hit the nuts here. The action is on us first. I just looked down to the cards again just to make sure I saw the right cards. The pot is 2,550. I check to underwrap my hand. Under the gun goes all in for 5,325. Cutoff snap calls, and I shove on the cutoff. I have the nuts. I'm not afraid of anything here. He goes into the tank, and then he's trying to tell me I got a set or whatever, and he's behind. But the pot is too tempting. He loves to gamble. It's the same player we played before. So he calls. We turn over 10-7 for the nuts straight. Under the gun has pocket kings, and this loose player has jack 9 off. So we're looking pretty good here. So we want to evade some dangerous cards here. Kings are pretty much dead here unless he hits 2 of them. So my straight holds against under the guns kings, and the cutoffs jack 9 off. So awesome result here. We ballooned the stack from 22,000 all the way up to, I believe we 44,000 chips. So this next hand we dealt ace 10 off. Under the gun opens for 800. I call. Small blind calls and big blind folds. So we go 3 ways to the flop. And the flop is, I believe I was exchanging some chips there, so this goes kind of slow a little bit. So queen 6-6 off. We hit absolutely nothing. Small blind and under the gun checks to me. I fire for 700. Trying to control the pot and just representing a really strong hand, betting so small. Small blind folds and the big blind calls. Under the gun, sorry, calls. The pot is 4,100. Under the gun checks. I bet 2,600 when we do hit an ace now. And he quickly calls. So I guess I'm a bit worried here. Possibly be on a draw. He could of course have pocket kings. Pocket queens. But well, this loose player, no. But actually, this hand, he had an ace king, so he takes this one down. So, yeah. This next hand, under the gun +1, binds are 150, 300. Under the gun limps, I call, cutoff calls, button calls, small blind calls, and big blind checks his option. So we go 5 ways to the flop here, which is just what we need. 10 ace, 2 clubs though. So small blind and big blind check, under the gun check. I bet 1,200 to deny the flush draw. Cutoff folds, button calls, and big blind folds. and under the gun calls as well. So we're three ways to the turn here. I'm a bit worried here. I got two callers here. I'm guessing one of them has an ace. The other one is probably on a draw, so not really good for us. But when the turn is another club, 9 of clubs, we all check. So I guess it's safe now to presume that I'm good here. Otherwise they would bet, of course. The river is a 7 of spades. Under the gun leads out for 2,500. I call, and the other one folds. I show my set of twos, and they're good. So great result here too. So we're just scooping up the pots here. And this next hand is, I'm on a button. I have ace king. Under the gun limps. Under the gun +1 calls. I raise to 2,500. The others fold. Small blind goes and shows me the finger and says, now I know I'm really behind here, but anything can happen. So I just call. Big blind folds. So we go heads up with this loose player. He is really being a pain in the ass. So he doesn't understand that I do have a good hand here. So we go to the flop here, and the flop is ace queen 9 with 2 spades. We hit top pair, top kicker. So pot is 5,300. Small blind checks. I bet 3,500. He decides to shove on me, and it's 9,000 more to call, and I do decide to call here. If it would be a tight player here, I would decide to fold, because he probably hit a set or something. But look at this hand. He's got 6-4 of spades on a flush draw, and what do you know? Turn nothing, river, bang, flush. So it's kind of disappointing. Oh my god. But you know, that's just poker, you know. So we move to the next hand. We got dealt pocket 9s here. Under the gun, blinds at 200, 400. I open to 1,100. Cut off raises to 2,500. And button shoves all in for 6,400. I'm kind of thinking, whoa, I thought I was good here. I have to fold here. Facing raise, re-raise, you know, that's kind of strong in my book. So I fold. Cut off calls with ace king off. He hits a king and wins over ace 4 of clubs. I do decide to record this flop for you, so even though I'm not participating, just for the fun of it, just to show you, you know, sometimes, you know, you just have to fold, even though you have an okay hand. If I would be the last one to act here, of course I would snap call. Since there's people behind me, it's just way too dangerous. Yeah, you can see that the graphic. I mean their cards. So the flop, a 6, queen, king, 2 diamonds, turn a 6, and the river another 10. So ace king is good there. This next hand here got dealt pocket 3s in the big blind. A button raises to 1,100. Small blind calls, and I do call as well. So want to see the flop here. Of course, we're hoping to hit a set. So we're 3 ways to the flop, and the flop is, let's see. I normally play 3s really passively. This is a small pair, so no need to gamble here, you know. It's a really weak pair. So the flop is 9, 2, jack, 2 hearts, small blind, checks, I check, and the button continues for, I believe he bets 2,300 here. And we got nothing here, 2 overcards and a draw. I mean, of course, we'll just fold here. Not what we were hoping for, but yeah. We move to the next hand. So this time I believe we're already on the final table here. No, sorry, that's not this one. This is still the same table. We got dealt queen 3 off in my big blind, 3 limpers. I check my options, and the flop is jack 9 8 all hearts. So we're on a flush draw here. A very low one though, so we just check here. I believe he checks all the way through here. On the flop, we take the turn is a queen of hearts, so now we have a flush, and we want to shoot the people off it. You know, we do have a really weak one, so when it checks to me, I fire 1,300, and luckily for me, everybody else folds. I really don't know what to do here if I would face a raise here, because my flush probably wouldn't be good there. So, but anyway, great result. We take this one down. So take this next hand. Ace King kind of likes me. They keep coming around. So blinds are 200, 400. I opened for 1,200, and the big blind calls. So it's the same loose player who is just being lucky against me. So let's see how I go this time with him. He calls in the big blind. So we're heads up again. And the flop is queen 6 10 all diamonds. And what do you know, I got no diamonds. So I decide to check here. Probably no good, but let's see where this hand goes. It gets checked both flop and turn. So and the river, we hit the king. This time I think I'm okay here. It's been checked twice to me. So the pot is 2,600. I fire for 2,500 and get re-raised to 6,000. I decide to call, and what does he have? He's got pocket sixes. So he's got full house. He beats me again. Unbelievable. So yeah. This hand we get dealt ace 9 of spades. Blinds are 1,000, 2,000. We're on the final table here. So under the gun +1 opens to 4,500. Others fold. I decide to push here. I got 8,100 left, and of course he snap calls with queen, king, queen off. We're lucky here. We get a hit 2 pair, and we double through him. Great result here. So. This next hand we get dealt pocket tens. I would call this hand really passive mistake hand from my side. I normally play it differently here. I only have 16,000. It would be okay to shove here, but I just decide to call to mix it up a bit here. So does the other two other people with 4 ways to the flop here, which is 8 jack 2 diamonds. Actually this goes check on the flop and check on the turn. Since everybody's so passive here, I should have just betted on the turn here. There's still 8,000 in the pot here, so. But I don't know why I was so passive here. And on the river, another diamond comes. So small blind leads out. The pot is 8,000. Small blind leads out for 3,000, and I decide to fold here. He shows 8-6 of hearts for the vlog. He semi-bluffed me out of this one. So, and this is my last hand. It's 10-7 diamonds. I was totally card dead, so I was blinded down to 5,000. You won't see this happening many times the way I play poker, but I had absolutely no choice. I didn't get any cards to push with, so. And this was actually the best hand I was dealt, for a long time. So we have 5,000 left. An okay hand, but there's 2 other people who want to gamble here. So let's see the result here. We're facing 2-8 off and king 9 off. So flop is ace 6 8. Another ace on the turn, and unless we hit 10 or 7, we're dead. Yeah, this was it from 27 players. I ended up number 7. which is an okay result for me, but I don't know, I feel kind of like I did so well in the beginning of the tournament that, you know, it's just one of the days when you think, okay, this is the one, this is the one where I'll win. You know, everything was going my way, and I was hitting big hands with not great cards, you know, but everything was just really good. And then after the break, and after another break, nothing. No hands, no. Tried to open with a couple of them and just got shoved on, had to fold. Just losing the chips, easy, you know, nice and easy. And then at the end, no cards, totally card dead. It's so annoying. But, you know, I guess that's poker. It's not meant to be, so have to stay positive. Number 7 is a great result. So I'm happy with that, but we gotta start making some money. So would like to at least come, you know, 5th or above. So yeah, this was it for this time. Remember, if you keep supporting me, make it easy for me to continue my videos. I'm having lots of fun making them, so make sure you like and subscribe, so we continue this journey together. So thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you next time.